one of the ways to make money online today is working with brands. But I already know that you're like, I'm trying, but nobody is giving me deals, or everybody is inboxing me with a WhatsApp number and not wanting to pay me. They want to give me free stuff. I get it, girl. I get it. Well, today I'm going to tell you 5 ways to get brand deals. And I know my own stuff because I've gotten paid well over $250,000 working with brands. So welcome back to my channel where I teach you how to make money online and live your very best life, healthy life, and just be very successful. And so we're going to talk about working with brands. So one of the first things I need you to understand is that you do not have to have a very large following to work with brands. I know that the influencer, when it all first started out, or that these influencers have big, massive amounts of followings in order to work with brands, but that's not the case anymore. Don't get me wrong. Brands, some of them do want to work with really big influencers with really big followings, but some of those same brands are just looking for influential type people that can be the face of their campaigns, meaning sometimes content that you create for a brand never actually gets posted on your account. It's called UGC, user generated content. So I just wanted to dispel that myth that you have to have a very large following in order to make money. You just have to be someone who is active on social media so they can find you, but also that you can showcase that you know how to make great content for the brand. So let's go ahead and get into them. So I have 5 of them. They're not going to be in any particular order, but I'm going to tell you what to do. The first thing you can do is get an agent. Now, this is probably one of the hardest things to get because if you are going to get an agent is looking for a couple of things. Okay, so you want to make money, but an agent needs to make money as well. Okay. So this is where we got to kind of don't think selfishly just about yourself. You have to be thinking about the agent. So I'm not an agent, but one of the things that an agent is looking for is, can this person create content for brands that are looking for someone like them? Okay. So, and then if they can, how much money can that agent make from you? Okay. What does that mean? So typically when you have an agent, they're going out and helping you find deals. And then when you get deals, you're bringing them to them. Okay. And they're going to make a percentage off of the negotiated deal. Okay. And so the agent has got to make sure that you are someone where they can make money off of, right? And so don't think about that as a bad way. You want to make money and so do they. So one of the hardest ways to do this is to find an agent. So I have been doing what I've been doing for 3.5 years on TikTok, but 7 years online. And I've been trying to find an agent for the last 3.5 years, and I just secured one, but it has taken me quite a long time. So once you do get a good agent, that's going to be great, but it's definitely the hardest one to start with. The second and probably the easiest thing you can do is being a part of a lot of the influencer marketing agencies database. Okay. So what does that mean? There are hundreds, maybe even thousands of influencer marketing agencies. And if you can just locate 1 and then 2 and then 10, 20 and 100, and if you go to their website and you see where it says influencers, you may be able to click on influencers and put in your profile into their database. Because here's what happens. If an influencer marketing agency has a database, then when Apple comes along and they're looking for a black African-American female over 40 years of age that's boisterous, energetic, whatever, when Apple comes to that agency and they say, we are looking for someone like A, B, and C, that agency can go to their database and they can do a filter to where they're only coming up with African-American female over the age of 40, and then I will come up in their database. I've gotten lots of deals that way because I'm always searching for the next influencer marketing agency where I don't have my information in their database. Now, I do not have a list of agencies yet, but you can literally Google them. You can go and type in influencer marketing agency, and you're going to see pages and pages and pages of them. That one is a little bit more tedious because you got to do it on all these databases, but I have made a lot of money doing it that way. And so that's one thing you could do. The third thing you can do is you can actually create content talking about the brand that you want to work with, and then you tag them. So what does that mean? That kind of means you're working for free a little bit because you're trying to get in front of the brand because you're not having any headway any other way. And so there have been many times, and I have actually gotten paid from most of them, where I have created content about a brand, talking about how amazing that they are, how I utilize their services, and then I tag them. And oftentimes what has happened is that brand or that social media manager saw that content and then they sent it to the powers that be. And then somebody reached out saying, hey, we would love to be able to see how we can collaborate together, ABCDEFG. And then I've gotten paid thousands upon thousands. One of those brands has paid me well over, I think it's over $65,000 from me creating content and tagging them. So do you think that tedious stuff that I'm doing is working? Yes. Do you think it's working sometimes creating free content for that brand? Yes. Make it good. Don't pitch them, but really make it really good content to where the brand is like, who is that? And how can we work with them? The fourth thing you can do is you can actually send brands a direct message. Now, it is important to know that if you DM them on Instagram, that you're probably not going to reach the person that's making decisions on working with influencers. So what I like to do is if I'm going to DM a brand, I will say, hi, my name is ABC. My audience is this, and this. I have these many followers on TikTok and Instagram, and I would love to see how we can work together so my audience can help with your campaigns. Oftentimes, the social media manager is the one that is looking at the inbox, and they will say, well, I'm not the right person. It's Lauren, inbox Lauren, or click on this link and fill out this application here. That person is getting me directly exactly with where I need to go because I came to them and said, this is me, who I am, what I do, my following, and I would love to see how I can add to your current campaign. I didn't say how much money I could make or pitch them in the inbox. I told them who I was, how I wanted to assist, and then asked, what do I need to do next? Okay. And every single time that I have done that, that social media manager has directed me to the right powers that be. And then the last thing you want to do is you want to ask your friends for referrals. So if you know people who are already working with brands, ask them to connect you with their person. If your friend thinks that it would be a good fit, they will refer. The way that I got connected to my agent is that a friend of mine, I was talking to her, we were just talking about things. She told me she had somebody and I said, oh, well, I would love to meet your person if they're open. She reached out to them. They said yes. And now we contracted up. But guess what? It came because I was a reputable person, a good person. And when my friend told me she had an agent, I was able to ask if she will refer, and then boom, there it is. But that also works with working directly with brands. So I know someone who does a different outfit things for Shein and Fashion Nova and some of the other ones. And one day I said, hey, can you connect me with the person that, helps with that? She goes, well, my agent is the one that does that. I said, oh, okay. Would you be willing to refer me? And she said, yeah, refer me to the agent. And the agent was like, well, we're not looking for influencers of your kind. Like, I'm a business marketing person, but if someone comes along and we have something, we can reach out. So even though I did not secure a deal with that, she at least referred me and I got connected. Okay. So these are just 5 things you could be doing in order to work with brands. I recommend you do them all and be consistent about it because, it's not about doing something one time and then like, boom, you got like $1 million. No. Yes, you can grow a massive following and it can happen that way. But while you're building a following, try all of these things. This is how I've made $250,000 working with brands doing exactly what I'm telling you here in this video. Now, if you want more strategy and you want me to help you even further, especially making money like online outside of brands, then I want you to actually come to my website, KiaKelly.com. I have some free things there that can help you get started building an online business if you want to. But if you want to work with me one-on-one, I will put a link in the description for one-on-one calls. But other than that, make sure you like and comment on this video. Subscribe to the channel because I'm teaching every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.